We have in Parker, Colorado, the Masculine Empowerment Network, short for M.E.N, or I guess M.E.N is short for that, whatever you want to call it, the Masculine Empowerment Network. And we are having a summit on August 24th, 2024. And so I'm just doing like a little series here, just interviewing all of the guys that are going to be talking. The format's going to be great. We got two keynote speakers, one at the beginning, one at the end, and then we got like several smaller kind of TED Talk ish style talks in between for the rest of the day. An all day event, 8 to 4:30 ish or so. Continental breakfast included. All these kind of good things. Website is below. What is one thing maybe that you're looking forward to that day, August 24th for this summit? What's one thing that comes to mind that you're looking forward to?
I think it's right in the title. When we talk of empowerment, the middle section, the really good feeling in there is power. I can't wait to walk into the Parker Schoolhouse and see 100 men, like-minded men, who all want to be better tomorrow than they are today, kind of moving from good to great, that they just want to make a positive impact in themselves first, that can ripple out then into community and society, their families, their loved ones.
Well, and for most of us, especially as guys today, we're identify a lot with what we're shown. We identify a lot with if I'm not 6 foot tall, if I don't make six figures, if I ain't got, six pack abs, and I'm not a real man. And a lot of times that influence causes us to identify ourselves as less than. And we identify as less than, and then that causes a thought process and a belief system that says, I'm not worthy, I am less than. And so we do not take the opportunities that are presented to us, or we don't even see the opportunities to become the best versions of ourselves. And a lot of times it takes counseling, it takes therapy, may take ayahuasca, I don't know. It takes a lot of things to rewire those neural pathways.
So just the idea of emotional intelligence, man, what does that have to do with men and masculinity?
Well, Kirk, as we know, men don't often talk about their feelings too much. Men tend to hold things in. And as a result, that can create blocks, especially in relationships or even on the job. But to give you an idea, when you use emotional intelligence in conversations, one of the benefits is it allows you to be self-aware. You can recognize any triggers you have or reactions that you might have. And when you become aware of your emotions, we can have a better control about how we respond in conversations and maybe not overreact as much.
Your talk is sexual sovereignty. Is that right?
It absolutely is, man. I kind of fessed to it even on that day. I got some of the inspiration in terms of the title anyway from our man Adam, who's also speaking at the summit. But yeah, I mean, it's kind of like the intersection of our sexuality and our kingship and our royalty in terms of, how much do we value our sexuality as men? And what are you, I mean, super quick here, what are you most excited to look forward to that day? What are you most excited for that day, the day of the summit, that's going to happen that day, or something you're looking forward to?
You know what I'm looking forward to is the different perspectives from all these gentlemen, yourself included, and their different perspectives of life. And their heart is into it. It's not like they're trying to sell you anything. It's just a authentic day of different perspectives from different men, and how rare that is for us men and for our boys and young men. How rare it is to have a group of men that have big hearts and want to share what they know and what they've learned and what gets in the way of their own path and the hardships.
That men being the tip of the spear creates is balance with the feminine. Through convenience, modern convenience especially, we've seen such a decline in masculinity. What that's done is created a vacuum that's pulled the feminine into masculine roles, and it's responsible for so much of the confusion that we see in our culture.
I just know in my heart of hearts that when you bring people together, regardless of their ethnicity, regardless of their religious background, their political background, ever. And when you just commune as human beings, when you commune as men, we find out that we all have the same issues going on. We all want to have healthy, happy lives. We want to have healthy, happy children's in relationship. And so when we come together, we realize we're not that different after all. And there's a lot of, I think, work within the media and things and politically to separate us. But what we find is we're really all want the same things.
For all of you out there, make sure you look at the bottom screen, menempowerment.net. You can get your tickets now. Make sure you get your tickets as soon as possible. It's limited seating, and it's a nice little private theater. Main Street, Parker, Colorado, the Parker Schoolhouse, and all of the proceeds, all of the sponsorships, everything is going to the M.E.N 501c3 charity, basically, to help support men.